Hi guys, it's Dre here. Today I have for you a collection video. This is all of my foundations and BB creams. I recently decluttered all of my collection, including my foundations, and I thought I didn't have a lot until I laid them out here to show you, and there's actually quite a bit, so I really don't know how long this video is going to be. Now that I have decluttered my collection, or very, very close to being done decluttering, I thought I would start doing some collection videos so you guys can see what I have on hand and kind of get mini reviews, like kind of all in one video. Let me know if this is something you actually like. This is the first one I'm doing, so I don't even know if this is like a valuable video for you guys or not. But you know, going forward, I don't know, do you want to see like single eyeshadow collection or blush collection or highlighter collection, like whatever? Let me know if that's something you would actually want, because I will film them if that's what you like, but if nobody's interested, then I won't waste your time. But for now, I really did want to film this, and I have BB creams, I have foundations, I also have a few things that are brand new to my collection, which I'll just show you quickly, but I obviously don't have reviews on. But let's start with BB creams and CC creams. First thing in my collection is this. This is from IT Cosmetics. It's the Your Skin But Better CC Cream SPF 50+. I do like this product. I don't use it very often. So this is in the shade medium. I really think the lighter shade would be better for me. I think this only comes in 5 shades, and that's the reason I don't really use this. I really only use it in the summer, and then when I'm using it in the summer, my face is all sweaty and oily, so it doesn't really work all that well on me. But it is a nice product. It's a full coverage CC cream. It has SPF 50 in it. I think this would work better, much better for combo to normal skin than my oily skin, but I do like it. Like, all I need to do is blot throughout the day and I'm good. It's not like it breaks up completely on my face. I love that it has the SPF 50 in it. That's awesome. And it does have really nice coverage if you're looking for coverage. This next product is from NARS. It's the Velvet Matte Skin Tint. Mine is in the shade Alaska. Same thing. Even though this is a very light shade, I feel like it kind of oxidizes and or is a little dark for me, so I really only use this in the summertime. This is an interesting product because it has a very velvety, moussey consistency, which you don't see in most BB creams, CC creams. It has medium to full coverage. It's definitely matte, but it doesn't control oil. I did a full review on this, and by the way, I will link any full reviews I have on any of these foundations because I have quite a few. The weird thing about this product is it makes you look matte throughout the day, but it doesn't necessarily control your oil. So while you can kind of keep the matte look, if you were to blot your face, you'd still see a lot of oil come out, which is very, very weird. That's the weirdest thing about this product, but I definitely like it. This next product here is the Clinique Moisture Surge CC Cream. It has SPF 30 in it. This is actually a hydrating foundation, which, you know, is not really the best for my skin because I don't need hydration, but I don't hate it. Like, I definitely feel like I can't really wear this in the summertime. It will kind of separate on my skin more easily, or transfer. I shouldn't really say separate. It's more like it will just be able to transfer off my skin more easily. So this is definitely geared more towards people who are normal to dry skin, but it does have a beautiful finish. It has a nice medium full coverage, beautiful natural finish on the skin. It lasts a fairly long time for me, as long as I blot and repowder. This next product I actually think I'm going to declutter fairly soon, or pass on to a friend or something. This is the Guerlain Lingerie Depot BB Booster SPF 30. This has a pump on it, by the way. This has a medium coverage, very skin-like finish. It's a very pretty finish, but it is definitely not for people with oily skin. This will fully separate on my skin after about 6 hours. And even before that, it takes a lot of working with to get it to kind of set down and look okay on the skin. So not a favorite of mine, but I think people who are more normal to dry skin would definitely like that. This next product is Drugstore. This is the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream for oily skin. Such a cool concept that they came out with. I really, really love CoverGirl for trying something different. Like, most BB creams are definitely not geared towards oily skin. They're definitely geared more towards dry skin. So this is a really, really cool product. It's very full coverage. It has a very nice finish, like a very natural, not too matte looking finish, even though it is a matte product, and it lasts really well throughout the day. So I really like this, especially in the summertime. It lasts really well on the skin. These next 3 are products that I haven't really given much of a try to, so I can't really give you a full review. This is the Rimmel BB cream in light. I did try this once, didn't really love it, but I haven't really given it a full shot yet, so don't want to give you a full review on it. This is the Boscia BB cream, also in the shade light. This is like a deluxe sample size. It's probably only got a few uses left in it. I do remember liking this when I used it, but that was like over a year ago. And I really need to just kind of use this up to give you guys a review and it empties or something. I remember liking it, but I can't really say for sure. So let's get into foundations now. Let me just start out with the foundations that I have not yet tested. These are all brand new to my collection. A few of them I know for sure I'm gonna record reviews or first impressions on, but let me know if there's a specific one that you really want to see something about, because I probably won't do reviews for all of them. This one here is the new Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation that's been getting a ton of hype on YouTube especially. I'm gonna do a YouTube made me buy it on this. I cannot wait. I've had that actually for a while and I just haven't had the opportunity yet to film it, and I really want to try it out, so I can't wait to do that. This one is the CoverGirl CG Smoothers Hydrating Makeup in the shade Buff Beige. I did own this before, but only really used it like once and then lost it. I want to give that a try again. I have two NYX foundations I just hauled, the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat, and then the NYX HD Studio foundation. So haven't tried those yet either. And another one I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a review on, because it's not one you really hear about much at all, is from Paula's Choice. It's the Resist Anti-Aging Serum Foundation Matte, it says. And actually, let me show you the packaging on this, because it's quite nice packaging. That's what that looks like, and that has a pump on it. Whoa, did you hear that popping sound? And the last products that I haven't really tried at all, really only once, but I have put these now in my Bought It Forgot It, so I will bring you like a full what I think about this in my next update. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation. I have it in shade 02 Natural and shade 03 Light Beige. And then I also have these Body Shop Lightning shade adjusting drops because I know that these two shades are too dark for me. So we'll figure it out, all this together. The only powder foundation I own is this one from Sephora. This is the 8 Hour Wear Mattifying Compact Foundation in the shade 26 Peach. This is actually too dark for me. By the way, I'm fairly certain that they have completely redone this packaging. Now I think it's just one little circle and there's no actual like sponge. I have used a lot of this. There's a huge dip in it. I would usually use this to set BB creams and CC creams to give me a little bit more coverage, but I think this is a little too dark on me, and so I can only really use it in the summertime. Let's talk about some higher end foundations, and then I'll do all my drugstore at the end. This one I've talked about so much on my channel over the years. This is the Lancome Tint Miracle Lit From Within Makeup Natural Skin Perfection Effect. This is in the shade Ivoire 4N. I love this foundation. This really, I think, is geared more towards just like regular combo maybe, but more dry skin, because it is an illuminating foundation. This is very, very liquidy, like very, let me just pump some out and you can see, like you can see it run down my hand. It's very liquidy, but a little goes a long way, and it does have that beautiful natural glowing effect. Even though I have oily skin, as long as I blot and maybe repowder with a translucent powder throughout the day, it's beautiful on my skin. My hair is super weird today. I never part it on this side going this way, and I only did it because I wanted to try to get more body into the way my hair looks, and I'm not used to it, and it just wants to keep going into my eye because it's not used to it either. It's so weird. And the other end of the spectrum from Lancome is this one. This is the Teint Idole Ultra 24-Hour Makeup. They have redone the packaging. I think the top is fully black now, but I only bought this like in December. I really, really like this. It is a nice full coverage foundation. It definitely keeps my oils at bay way longer than almost anything else. In fact, the only other thing that keeps me matte longer is Estee Lauder Double Wear. So if you're looking for a very good foundation for oily skin that's full coverage, this one is awesome. Give it a try. Speaking about Double Wear, I'll talk about that one next. I love this. I only started using this at the end of last year, and it's just become an instant favorite. It is full coverage, and I often don't like to do really, really full coverage on my face because I don't have a lot of skin concerns, and I really like my actual skin to show through a lot, but at the same time, this just really controls oil so well, and so I like to use it. What I'll do a lot is mix this with other foundations. I've mixed this with high-end foundations, I've mixed this with my e.l.f. foundation. It's a really good mixing foundation. So if you are the same kind of person as me, that you like your skin to show through but you're oily, try that out. Try mixing that with different things. This next product I did also a full review on. This is the Clarins Extra Firming Foundation SPF 15. Packaging on this, I mean, all the high-end ones tend to have really nice packaging, but it's just so pretty. Like pump, gold cap, frosted bottle. I love frosted bottles. I don't know why. Anyway, this is actually probably more geared towards drier skin people. It's one of those foundations that looks really, really nice on the skin, but it doesn't feel really great on my skin because it does let my oil come through a lot, and therefore I start feeling that greasy, oily feeling. So even though it starts out with a really nice medium coverage, really nice finish, it looks beautiful, it's not really for me. I'm still keeping it in my collection. I might try to mix this with different stuff as well, but that is definitely better for those of you who are on the drier side. You would probably like that foundation. This next one has become like such a holy grail. You can see out of all my foundations, how many have this much out of it? Not many. This is actually my use up for the year, which is why it's got that little Mr. Turtle sticker on it. So as you can see, I'm fully halfway done this. This is the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. When this came out and I was reading reviews on it, of course I saw the word hydrating. I was like, well, it's definitely not for me. But I started reading reviews on Sephora and everybody was saying, you know what, I'm oily and this is so good. It's so good for oily skin. I was like, really? So decided obviously to give it a try, and it's true. It is so good for oily skin. It's a nice medium full coverage. It has a beautiful natural finish. In fact, this is what I'm wearing today on my skin. Again, I do have to blot and repowder maybe like once to twice a day with this, but it never breaks up on my skin. It always still looks perfect by the end of the night. This one I believe is probably better for people who are combo to normal. Not too dry, not too oily. It's probably best for those of you who are right in the middle. I do like it a lot though, and I still use it. So it's the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. This is the weirdest packaging out of everything I have. It has this huge doe foot applicator on it. So you can just swipe it right on your face and then, you know, buff it out with a brush or beauty blender, whatever you want. But it is definitely a full coverage foundation. It's supposed to give you that flawless finish, and it really, really does. This lasts very long on my skin, even though I'm oily. I definitely have to blot and repowder, but I don't see it breaking up ever. I don't see it transferring much unless I haven't blotted in a very long time. But definitely if you're just like normal combo, maybe a little dry, it would be good if you're looking for a full coverage foundation. Let's get into all my drugstore ones. I have made a commitment this year to try out more drugstore foundations to see what's awesome and what's not. And so far I found a few things I like. This one though I've had for a long time and I haven't used it in so long that I don't even remember much about it, except for that I remember liking it. So this is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-Hour with Comfort Serum. Mine is in the shade 103 True Ivory. In Canada, and I believe in Europe, they come with a pump, but I'm pretty sure in the States, at least I've seen in other people's videos, they don't. So it's packaged differently in different places. It's definitely full coverage, I remember that, but other than that, I honestly don't really remember much about it. This next one I just tried a couple weeks ago with the new powder and concealer from this line. This is the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous foundation. So this has been in the drugstore for a long time. I had never tried it before. I really wanted to try it because it's such a classic. Speaking of classic, mine is in the shade Classic Ivory. It has a pump on it. So in my review, I did an all-day wear test using just a regular primer. A lot of these foundations do better for me with a mattifying primer, but when I'm testing it out to see how matte it is, I don't want to start with a mattifying primer because then it's not really showing me what the foundation does on its own. So that's what I did in that video where I just used a regular pore filling primer, and this got very, very greasy on my skin. Like it really, you could see I blotted on camera many times. There was a ton of oil production coming through. I didn't love it. and it did kind of settle into my pores a little bit. Since then, I've been continuing to use it because, you know, I want to give you guys more than just a first impression. I want to give you updates. This does so much better with a mattifying primer. So I use my Makeup Forever mattifying primer, and this lasted so much better on my skin. It looked so much better throughout the day. Another classic full coverage, definitely will keep you matte foundation from the drugstore is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I really like this a lot. It's, you know, some foundations I will grab before this one because this one, even though it keeps me matte, I don't always love the finish of it because it is a very matte finish and you don't always get that glowy kind of natural look with it. Sometimes it can make you look very flat on your face, but if you're looking to control your oil, that is a good one. Also from the drugstore that I really like, I used this recently on camera as well. This is the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin foundation. I really like this, you guys. Even though it's not the best at controlling oil, like it doesn't keep me more matte than any of my other drugstore foundations. It still has such a pretty finish. Like it still looks so natural and glowing on the skin, but yet it doesn't feel super greasy. Like if I were to choose between these two, I would definitely go with this one because even without a mattifying primer, this one, it doesn't keep me super matte, but it doesn't make me super oily. So I like that one a lot from the drugstore, but my favorite from the drugstore, I'm sure you know if you've been watching my channel recently, is this one. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. First of all, e.l.f. does packaging so nicely. Like, other people need to follow the lead. Look how sleek this looks with the frosted bottle. It does have the pump on it, the nice black matte top. I just love the packaging on this. It looks so sleek even though it's like a $6 to $8 foundation depending where you buy it. This is awesome. It's medium coverage. I wish the coverage was higher on it, but you can build it up a little bit, but it's definitely medium, not full coverage. But this keeps you nice and matte throughout the day. It feels beautiful on the skin. As long as I powder, like blot and repowder maybe once or twice throughout the day, it will look exactly the same at night as it does when I first put it on in the morning, even after like 10, 11, 12 hours. So I love this, and it's also good to mix with other foundations that are maybe a bit more radiant to give it a little bit more of a matte finish. So that is all of my collection, all of my BB creams, CC creams, and foundations. Foundation is one of those things that I love testing because I have this like fountain of oil to test it with. That sounds really disgusting, but it's true. Like I just have really oily skin, and for those of you that do, I really like testing things so that you will know, is this gonna work on your oily skin or not? So that's it for this video today. Like I said in the beginning, if you like collection videos, please give me feedback because I'm only gonna keep doing them if you guys actually want them. So, and let me know what category you would like to see next. Like, would you like to see more colorful category like eyeshadow, or do you wanna see primers and powders, you know, for oily skin? So give me a little bit of feedback. I would really appreciate that. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and definitely subscribe if you're new. I'd love to have you around. That's it for today. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.